And that's what we must take into context.
We have been compromised. And in order to be compromised, well, then you do it your way and see what comes up. But
What's your citizenship?
I'm not a citizen of this country. I don't want to be. I'm never going. What people? What people?
Trying to take somebody else out of their home. That's operational.
What was I?
Bro,
According to what evidence?
the evidence is here.
So now, this first, and we're gonna talk as men because the last thing we want is for people to see brothers back and forth at odds. We want brothers to see that we can actually communicate with each other, and if we disagree, so be it. But we know how to deal with each other. That's the example. That's a good example that needs to be set. So, 1 Thessalonians 5:19. I'm gonna talk and then I'm gonna let you talk. So this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 21.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things.
It says, prove all things. So in everything we do, there's proof. There's evidence. There's knowledge to back up what we say. You get second Ezra 13 and 40. And then you get Deuteronomy chapter 28. So we're going to bring our proof and what we can prove and the evidence that backs it. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, and we'll start at verse 39.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, and those are the 10 tribes.
So, according to the nation of Israel, you had Abraham, Abraham had Isaac, Isaac had Jacob, Jacob had 12 sons, which become the 12 tribes of Israel. That is true. Abraham did walk the earth. Abraham did have a son, Isaac. Isaac did have a son, Jacob. Jacob did have children, 12 of them, 12 sons who had children. Those children went into the land of Egypt and were oppressed by the Egyptians. One dark-skinned race oppressed another dark-skinned race. The Egyptians oppressed the Israelites. God destroyed the Egyptians, destroyed Pharaoh, destroyed Phut, destroyed the treasure cities that the Israelites built, Ramses. Those cities are still in existence, Phut and Ramses. The Israelites built those according to Exodus chapter 1. So now, those same people, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it's evident that a nation of people, the nation of Israel, went into Egypt captivity again by the way of ships. You had the Mayflower, you had all those ships that they still keep, the Pinta, the Nina, the Santa Maria. Those are ships that we have evidence and can prove that people was packed into ships like sardines. And the slave ship even called Jesus. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto
So the same way that it's prophesied that a nation of people was going to go into slavery on ships, it happened. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So those people that was put on cargo slave ships and taken from one nation, one side of the world to the other, they have not been back. They are still. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And it was prophesied that it's proved that these people were put on auction blocks and sold to their friends. So
your enemies.
They were sold to their enemies. Go ahead.
Or bondmen,
slave men,
and bondwomen,
and slave women. It is evidence and it is proof. Go downtown to the courthouse and see the documentation of the slaves even being sold in downtown St. Louis. It is evidence and proof. The Israelites were sold to 12.
Those on land
was carried away prisoner after King Solomon, the son of David, which were men that did walk the easy accessible. After Solomon sinned, the nation was split into two kingdoms, the northern and the southern. And the northern kingdom went into captivity under Hosea, the king of Assyria. Go
out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive and carried them over the water. And so came they into another land.
So they came into another land that was not theirs. Go ahead.
But
the 10 tribes,
took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the.
They took a counsel and served their country. Well, go ahead.
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land, and they entered into the fight
for the Most High God. The same way he did it when they came out of Egypt, the same way that Elijah did it, the same way that he did with the covenants and the ark. They walked over on dry land. Go ahead.
Till they were over. For through that country there was a great way to go.
So when they traveled by the way of water to get to them, it took a year and a half. Go ahead. This country got the name America. It was called Awesome. And that is evidence. And you can look and research it yourself, encyclopedia, because one thing about this nation of people, they keep records. They some good record keepers. Oh, they keep some information for us. They can keep the documents, so if we need to go find the validity in it, we can go do it. When we need to show somebody else, we can go do it. So the evidence is in captivity and came over here, and they had this land for over 2,000 years before Columbus, before Amerigo Vespucci got here. They had a civilization. They had houses, food sources. They had this plan, this side of the country, well worked over. They had it set up. So civilization didn't start when Christopher got her. He got her and saw the beauty of what the indigenous people did, and said, you know what? Let's give them blankets with smallpox in it, so we can make them sick. Let's rename it after ourselves. That's right. What they did. So I'm with you that the indigenous people, I'm trying to show you that they had a nation. And that nation was not just because if you take away, do you not know that the nation of Israel is so big that each tribe is declared a nation? Haven't heard of it. Oh man. Where's the evidence of that? Who gave you that? You know Smithsonians. Who are the archaeologists? The same people that's oppressing us. The same people that's calling us African, right? Exactly, but that's what they call it. That's what they tell us, right? Well, that's what they tell us, and we believe it as a people, right? So how long? The problem is we pick and choose when we gonna believe them and when we not. We pick and choose when they gonna be true and when they not. Get the book of Baruch. Check this out about these people. Baruch, it should be chapter 4. Verse 3, and we'll start at verse 20.
The book of young men have seen light.
So this is talking about the nations outside of the nation of Israel. They saw light
and dwelt upon the earth, but the way of knowledge have they
knowledge, they had no understanding. Go ahead.
Nor understood the path thereof, nor laid hold of it, and came.
So the true knowledge, it wasn't heard of in Canaan. That's your Africans. Go ahead.
neither have it been heard.
It's talking about your Europeans. Go ahead.
The Agarenes,
Wisdom upon earth.
the merchants of Moran, and of T-Man, the authors of fables.
So T-Man, the so-called Europeans are what?
Authors of fables.
They're the authors of a lie. So if they're the authors of fables, that's really wicked, man. His problem is to continue to divide us, because now you of my art that says I have not. For you to say you have not done something, you got to be talking about the commandments to say that you didn't do it. So those negative, so-called negative confessions, that brother was talking about the commandments that God gave. What they do is they give them to intelligent brothers and sisters that really are the Bible, bro, is the only way.
You know what a Paleolithic man is?
What is that?
That's a Caucasian European man.
Yeah,
Paleolithic man.
he had a
You
father.
know how they
Yep, Isaac and Rebecca had sex, and he was born. They created him and did something that he couldn't do by creating nation. So, brother, you gotta do more research. And the common goal that we have is we trying to teach our people to stop hating each other. And we say, hey, listen, if that ain't yours, don't take it. That's how you teach somebody not to steal. Stealing is taking anything that don't belong to you, even if it's a pencil. In grade school, we saw somebody had a nice pencil. When it was time to go to lunch, we slid it in our pocket. That's still something that was yours.
This is the grandmother land. That's the motherland. This is the grandmother land.
How the grandma chapter 4.
6. What do you call it? 26.
Right.
I'm calling it Galatians 16. No, you call it home. It's called home. You said this was the grandmother. This is the grandmother.
So we gonna get it. 4 verse 26.
Which is the
Into Israel.
He's
He's
just said,
Hey, brother.
running to the night.
you going?
Translate. Over there.
Like I was the blue shirts down there and then all black, y'all remember? They trooping in backlash because it ain't what you say is how you say it, right? So they will be going about it, bringing graphic pictures out. Now ain't no wrong thing. Your sensitivity may be heightened, so it may feel some type of way. Me personally, I felt some type and everything. So because he would be getting man 5 years away. It no business. Baby, and that's just how you do this. Chicken this tree, you put one day. Yep.
When you see it down a lot, we dealing with we as a people. Trade, we was a people. Who were we then?
It's the Atlantis.
Before the Atlantic slave trade, we was a people. Before this continent was, so we gotta go further. The basics is we walked away from our heritage and we following a heritage that don't belong to us and is not us, and we lost without that heritage. Tell us how to heritage, so to speak, right? That tells me that when you talking to listen. That tells you that when I'm talking, you to listen. How is that not right?
That's respect.
So, but we get that respect from work, a book. That book is called the Bible. Those words was written by the finger of God. And it tells us.
I'm gonna tell you right now, never read no Bible, dog. I'm with trained in the church, and since I was like probably 10, 8 or 10, that's when my mom really had to stop going to church. Probably a couple months in religion. Not wrong with spirituality, but we all spiritual, right? So the thing is, the religion or programming, if you don't know, you just go off what you think. Look, man, like with the Bible thing, now my mom, we would go on Roman Catholic, we read that shit. Yeah. I know a lot of people wouldn't want to hear that if you read that, but it'll make you think like, damn. So if know, it depends what part they at and everything. I ain't into all the Jerusalem and the Israel stuff, but I'm aware of that stuff and everything. I study stuff and everything. Because he asked me what you into. I'm into a lot of shit. I'm into the dark and I'm into the light, but I got that light and I keep balance with it. I would be scared of this symbol right here, the Baphomet. Well, you got artists like Travis Scott. That's what people that be driven to and shit. Mm-hmm. And like, only reason I'm telling you this though because like I did, bro. What y'all preaching, but not preaching, but y'all expressing everything is accurate and everything. But to me, it really don't make sense because it's not in y'all words. That's why it don't make sense. You know what I mean? That's not the book, so you actually bring out the script and everything. Now, the thing with the Roman, I'm going with this, the Dead Sea Scrolls, which is what Jesus wrote himself, which would be kept from man, you know, knowing the true knowledge and everything. What he would be talking about meditation. That Last Supper, he got some wine or whatever and some bread. Nah, that's that Roman shit. That's the European, Western American. That's they view on him. You know, you got Mexicans that have Jose as Jesus and everything, but they want chapters. Yeah, Mexicans, shit, that's what they study. I know this shit because I've dealt with, you know, people from that kind. So the thing with the Dead Sea Scrolls, he would talk about his practices with learning how to do use psilocybin mushrooms, which would be, you know, Schedule 1 in America and everything. That would be a flower, a herb, or that psilocybin mushroom, man. That would be like basically to cleanse the soul and everything. Like, y'all ever heard that shit?
See, so this is the thing. The Dead Sea Scrolls, that book surfaced about 300 years ago.
300 years ago.
Right. Don't read it. I'm gonna read the Bible. But what I'm saying is, so listen, y'all brothers can think what y'all want to think, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. So get Romans chapter 3 because
I would go through the same thing, except I would be going against the religious and shit. All you gotta do is
but we're not talking religion. See, that's man's terminology.
Everything I would be going against.
So everything has laws, right? Everything has an instruction manual. Everything on the planet has an instruction manual. This is how to use it. This is how it's supposed to be used. This is how it works. What's man's instruction manual? Because let me explain. He's got one doctrine that he believes, that he teaches. You got one doctrine. If 50 different people got all these different things and it's all leading you astray, how do we get the right course? If everybody go according to their conscience, we're not trying to.
Without that book and you have your
what
conscience,
do you have?
you know right from wrong, right?
See what I mean?
Without that book, you know right from wrong, right?
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. So this is Romans 3 and 3. Check this out. Romans 3 and 3.
The book of Romans chapter 3 and verse 3.
So now, without this book, you know that smoking gives you cancer, right?
And it's good what y'all
It's a
saying,
question. Without this book, you know that smoking is gonna give you cancer.
Smoking cannabis.
So why do it?
See, look.
What is there to help you to stop doing it? Without the book, so check this out. Have you about 30, right? Have you took another man's woman before?
It ain't even about this.
Have you hollered at this woman? So how did you know that was wrong? Or do you think it was wrong?
Y'all study something, man. Y'all study the energy source.
Romans 7 and 21. Check this out. This is why we follow it anyway. So this is Romans 7 and verse 21. So 20.
The book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 20. Now if I do that I would not, it is no more that I do it. The book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 20. Now if I do that I would not, it is no more that I do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
So when we doing wrong, what's going to help us not do wrong? Go ahead.
I find then a law.
So we got to find a law. Yes. It says, I find then a law. So now jump over to verse 7.
Verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid.
Because a lot of times when the laws come out, people think that the law is sin. Going to the law, following the law, teaching in the law, that that's a sin. Go ahead.
Nay, I had not known sin,
So I had not known sin. Go ahead.
but by the law.
But by the law. Go ahead.
For I had known not lust, except the law had said it. Thou shalt not covet.
So this is why we need the law, because in our minds, a lot of times we do things not knowingly or intentionally, but we have to find a law to change our minds to help us see that, hey, we straight going against our God. And without that, then we're going to just all continue to do according to our mind, which go to Genesis chapter 2. Genesis 2.
I heard them, I'm like, all right, man.
I started getting hip about the live behind that shit. It ain't about no.
Romans 14
I told Cuz
and the
back
second
in
through second 5. Second 14, Romans 14, and second through second 5. On the last precept.
He told the nation color. He told any fucking thing. I told God by swear y'all wrong. Now once I did that, what is all about next law?
So let's finish talking, brother. Yeah. And don't go away. Okay. Oh, we just walk with it then. Don't blow it in our face, brother. Because we totally against it. So this is Romans 14. Europeans has got us. Okay. And smoking weed.
The book of Romans, chapter 14, and verse 5, last precept. Every man, let every.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Now just listen. Let's see it. Let's see if this has anything to do with Romans. Read it.
The book of Romans, chapter.
Just like, listen, the same way that you live here in America, right? And wait a second. And if somebody in another country say Americans, they cannot see the image of you because they're in another country, right? So these Romans that we're talking about are not red Romans. These are dark-skinned people. Yeah, I know it. And that's why I'm telling you. This book is by these people and for these people. So pertaining to the things that's coming out, just listen to it. Read it.
The book of
He finna tell you where it's at.
The book of Romans, chapter 14, and verse 5, third precept. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
Right. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So are we gonna talk or we're not gonna talk? Listen, hold on, I'm talking. I just still let this brother not even interrupt me for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. That's all right. Well, we gotta get this in. The whole point is, listen, we come out here to teach. Listen, man. Listen, it is from the heart. This is my heart. And just like everything that you say, everything that you represent,
Almost 30 years. How old are you?
how are you? You asked the question. You asked the question. No, and then you already told you. So eventually, listen, read it again.
The book of Romans, chapter 14.
So before you were born, I've been studying everything before you were born. Wait, yes, sir. Now listen, read it again. Listen. Read it.
The book of Romans, chapter 14, and verse 5. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
So now you're not persuaded, right? It said, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind, right? Because the brothers are bringing out the laws. And if you're not persuaded, then you're not persuaded. Then go to Ecclesiastes, chapter 12.
You said the law. Which laws?
We're reading laws.
I can name the laws.
We're reading laws. Court.
So
which one is it? You don't love the so-called white man, or you do? Because now you're coming to this court. So-called, because guess what? He is so-called. He is so-called. He's red. He's red. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10.
The preacher sought to find out acceptable words.
Right, acceptable words. So we come out here to teach things that are acceptable. That's our people. Read, but then go and preach it. Because we don't want to hear it.
Read. And that which was written.
Listen, and that which was written, what's wrong? The words of the Most High before you were born, before I was born. This is from the beginning. This talks about from the beginning.
It say I'm the son
Read.
of the Most High in there.
Was upright.
What's what?
Upright.
Upright.
It said,
The things that are written from the Most High. These things, brother, is upright. I heard this brother quote laws to you. Like, yo, brother,
he won't know. He like,
I wonder what.
no, brother, this brother didn't right. Because remember, listen, the scriptures say, listen, the scriptures say, come let us reason. Didn't he say to you, would you want me to steal something from you? You know what? Guess what? Now, we ain't talking about that. The fact that he's coming out, hold that and go to Exodus chapter 20 and get shall not steal. Because I guarantee you anything, we can walk off and leave our equipment and go home, and when we come back, it will not be here. Read it. Nah.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 15.
See how that's wicked. That's wicked. How you gonna tell us what we done? We gonna abandon our stuff? We telling you that it's not abandonment. That's you going into your mind to justify wickedness. Read it. Yes. Read it.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 15. Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt what?
Not steal.
So listen to it. So don't be subtle by twisting it up. The man came out earlier with the scriptures. And the scripture here say, and we just read Ecclesiastes chapter 12, the things that are written is upright. So we come out here to teach our people the things that are wrong and things that are upright. Why get in the midst of that? We're telling our people to steal. If we left our equipment here, guess what, brother? It should still be here when we come back. The same way when you park your car, you expect your car to still be sitting there when you come back outside. Unfortunately, it doesn't always happen. So it takes somebody to come out here and speak these things to our people. And hopefully, if they got something like that on their mind, they will change their mind. So when you go in the house from parking your car, you can come back out there to it. Or when you run in the filling station real quick to get you a pack of gum or something cold, and you left your car running at the pump, you can come back to it. And ain't nobody mess with it. It takes people like us to come out here. We got law, statutes, and commandments, and the thing is, thou shalt not steal. We're not looking if either you persuaded in it or you not. Either you're gonna believe that thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. Remember Sabbath day. There should be no other God. Either you're gonna believe in it or you're not gonna believe in it. You gotta be fully. Read it again.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 15.
See, that's all you got about a man. What about the Lord, brother? Let's read more.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12.
We don't preach. We gotta be seeking out words that are acceptable. Acceptable to who? To men? Because our people, they want to hear everything under the sun. But unto the Most High, because it's the Father in heaven that is plaguing our people for breaking His laws. Get the book of Daniel.
That's why niggas,
Daniel 11 about the curse. Ain't that right? Daniel 9 and 11.
Ain't nobody worried about, but it's about respect though.
The book of Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Check this out, my man. Read it. No, read 10.
Daniel 9 and 10. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God.
So we have to come out and teach laws because we have not obeyed His voice. Read.
To walk in His laws,
My man, check it out. To walk in His laws. Read.
which He set before us.
Hey, can't talk to him, man. To walk, do what? Read.
Which He set before us.
Which He set before us. Right. You should be listening, man. Read.
By His servants the prophets.
By His servants the prophets. People that's going to come out His laws. Read.
Yeah, all Israel have transgressed Thy law.
All melanated people have transgressed His laws. What laws? We name one, stealing. That's right, brother. Get that into Him. Hold that and get that for Him. I'm with you. Every time you get a point, I'm gonna be with you because on this right here though, get it from the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 12.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
So you quoting God right there. Honor thy father and mother. Read.
That thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
That your days will be long. And that's why a lot of them get knocked down young. Because they don't respect the Most High God. They play games, they didn't listen to their parents, they go out, get hooked on drugs, get their head blown off. They mess with another man's woman, get their head blown off. We gotta obey our parents. You are exactly right, I'm with you. So when we gonna preach, we gotta preach acceptable words. Go back. Read. We gotta recognize ourselves. Get that from. When you right, I'm gonna be with you. Go to Matthew. You ain't recognized by nobody on earth. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 19.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
These nations ain't messing with us because we breaking all God's commandments. So you call least, where's the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom is within us. It's inside of us. And these nations don't recognize you because you breaking God's laws. They're not gonna respect you. They gonna call you a nigger. They gonna call you a super predator. But if you kept God's laws, guess what they'll do? They'll bow down and humble themselves. Now hold that and go to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6.
I won't be taking my shades up, dog. But the thing is,
I ain't got no. Start at verse 5.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
So we was taught statutes and judgments, but now we're behaving like we don't know. We gotta be retaught again. Read.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me.
So when the Lord commands us to do something, we do it. What are we doing out here? Coming out here to teach our people laws, statutes, and commandments. Whether they would hear it or prepare, whether you don't want to hear it, we don't want to deal with nothing else but laws. Nothing else but laws. Say it on me, 1, 2, 3. Nothing what? Nothing else but laws. We don't want to deal with nothing else but laws. My man, I'm with you. I like that. He got with us. Nothing else but laws. Read.
That you should do so in the land where you go to possess.
That we should do so in this land. Read.
Keep therefore.
We got to keep them. Because if we keep them, we won't be hurting each other. We'll be loving each other. We'll be caring about one another. We won't be transgressing one another. We won't be out of pocket with each other. Read.
And do them.
Keep them and do them. Exercise them. When you tell them to go straight, you got to exercise. You're going to have to do it. Read.
For this is your wisdom.
But this is your wisdom. Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nation.
See? So why they don't recognize us? Because we without our laws. That's what we come out here to do, to teach our people the laws. And therefore, when you get in front of somebody, they can say, ooh, this is a smart person. This is what?
Your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
See, that's how we get these nations to recognize us, man. Go back to Matthew chapter 5, verse 19.
The book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. But whosoever shall do and teach them,
whosoever shall do and teach them, read,
the same,
go ahead,
shall be called great.
Do you not know people come up and listen to us? Yes, these same leaders that y'all talk about don't recognize. They come up to us brothers right here. They sit down and listen. They say, oh, we agree with everything that you say. The cops come up and say, hey, man, you know what? Y'all gonna put us out of a job because we're teaching laws. We're teaching our people not to steal, not to kill. We don't want to hear gunshots tonight because most likely either you illegally discharging a firearm or somebody when they care about that. So to avoid, tell them about drug abuse, tell them about alcohol, your mind. And we can't supplement it with wisdom. Get Ecclesiastes. Go back to Ecclesiastes. We can't supplement that with wisdom, man. Because we'll be the same ones that are killing each each other later tonight. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished.
Be admonished. Be corrected.
Read of the making many books, there is no end.
The making of many books. Come on. Don't let all this go over your head, brother. I'm finding common ground to be with y'all. You know what? These laws are supposed to change our behavior. Tonight, be admonished by the making of many books. What?
There is no end.
There ain't no end. You brothers, we can learn a lot with understanding.
Read. And much study is a weariness of the flesh.
And much study is a waste of time. So to know and consume everything in the world, to know, and the meat is savory. It's sweet too. It's sweet. What is it, Read?
Let us, to the conclusion of the whole matter,
The end of the thing is what?
fear God,
Free God. Read.
and keep His commandments.
It's going to fill your mind with what to do. It's going to tell you how to lead and guide a woman. It's going to tell you how to be a brother. It's going to tell you how to be a father. We fathers at this age. We lovers at this husband love their wives. Don't be bitter against them. It's going to tell them to spend man. It's going to tell us how to job. How to hold on to a job. It's going to tell us all things. We get point again.
Let us, to the conclusion of the whole matter, fear God. For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment.
And the Lord is going to bring everything into judgment. He's not going to be like, how much do you know? He's going to be like, what have you done in your lifetime? And then you got that dash. And that dash is run. But when it's stopped, you know what the doctor gonna do? Like 30 and a year. Eternal. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do these laws, statutes, and the commandments. We got flights. Get a brother a flight. You gotta go. The book of Baruch. Forever. And the law that is doing and the eternal thing. Listen, man. Come on, brother. You said, Zeke? You hear me?
I'm trying to read.
Okay, well, come on. That the Lord, this is the book of the commandments of the Lord. Everyone keeps it. What
Shall come to light.
shall come to light. This is by dealing with God's laws. We gotta change, man. Guess what's gonna be judged? Now get Acts chapter 17, man. Verse 31. We're gonna be judged, man. That judgment, we can play around with all the wisdom and knowledge in this earth, but the end of it, the most Most High put Israel in this situation, but because we were born from parents that say that you didn't do nothing, but you had parents that was in a covenant and agreement with God, and they broke that covenant. Just are you living with anybody, and you have a lease to put out? Or what if you driving out of town and repossessed, and you out of town with no money? You affected situation. Because stop killing. Stop the following our temple, man. With all different type of corruption. Stop chasing strange flesh. Stop hoarding. Hormone. It's a famous precept that everybody knows. My people, God said, my people are the strength of this world. We know all these different books, all these different philosophies. We know all these different great men, but we know nothing about righteousness. We know nothing about keeping God's law. Forever, not just a little bit, forever. How to deal with a brother, forever. Forever. We all human. We all human. But we got to learn to do well. And guess what? Your fellowship will help you stop forever. That's why your communication has got to be in the commandments of the Lord. That should be Ecclesiastes chapter 4, man. Grab that. Make sure I'm right. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 4. The book of Ecclesiastes. Don't be with the wise. That's how we change.
Law of the Most High.
We're not gonna fall. Things that our friend, I sharpen you out. You gonna fall. Pick up where you left. Knowledge want to do it.
Reject thee.
God says, I'm going to reject you. Because God is stretching out his hand right now. Telling you to repent. Telling you to stop stealing. Stop doing drugs. Stop over drinking. All right.
That thou
brothers, this word, how do you remember to do that?
God.
What's that? Like say, and you say, I hear you. You didn't even know. Like, I know Deuteronomy chapter 20. You not me that. That could end up happening. They're true right now. The Lord is stretching out his hand.
But
go to hold it and go to Proverbs chapter 1. But look to him, I will die. The book of Joseph.
Yeah, God friendship of the
because when make us all, I like you just to make God hate to me. So when a woman comes, that man no longer he had the love and she the woman's point of view to see in the house by herself. She burned his car, she busted, she crashed the car up, beat it all up. That's how God feels if we walk away from him. And he's trying to only better us to make
us a better person. See, serving God, alcohol, God, and understand is gone. God else. That's things done to you. Turn away from those things. God is like, this person ain't no good, man. I'm gonna have to punish this boy. And no matter how old you get to the eternal Father, you're still gonna be a boy in His sight. And that's I'm not being disrespectful. You're still gonna be young to Him, man. You're still gonna be a child. So you ain't never too old to get chastened by the Most High God. God will chasten us at any. When the Lord tell you to change your environment, without it, they're going to lead you astray. And that causes the anger of the Lord to be kindled against us. And people don't be knowing that. But that's why we out here. We're not out here to play games with our people. We ain't out here to sugarcoat it. We out here to tell them what God had to do. Stop stealing, man. Stop abusing your body. Stop laying down with any woman that you see.
Whosoever they're
Even like you, His enemy. Just let the brother be. Let him be out. He's good. Peace, brother. So, I mean, you clear, brother? Go back. Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs, sorry, brother. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20.
wisdom crieth without.
See, what's happening is they trying to listen to, brother. They trying to listen to. And you was talking to them. So they want to hear it too.
Without
What is the wisdom?
her voice for
What is the chief, the main place where people be? That's where the wisdom of the Lord be coming out. All over the cities, you're gonna hear brothers coming up, open up the Bible, telling you repent, telling you who you are according to the scriptures, what you're supposed to be doing, and different laws. How we don't want to hear that? How we don't want to hear that? God gonna feel some type of way about that. Most of us are parents. Now you just imagine you send one child to tell another child to come here and stop doing that. And you know back to you, what you gonna say? You're gonna want to deal with that child. So you think that we're gonna get away with not listening until your brother, I'm your brother. You ain't gonna get away, brother. Sister, you ain't gonna get away. Because I'm telling you what our Father said to do. Stop using drugs. If you don't stop, He gonna get you. Read.
And the opening of the gate in the city, she uttered her words.
Where people come in and out, that's where this wisdom be coming out of. God is saying simple ones. What is simple? Simple is easy to be deceived. We are not supposed to be easily deceived, man. Easily. We know that this environment and society is tricking us, and we don't want to see our people tricked.
Hey, you ain't, pack a rubber.
Go ahead.
Will ye love simplicity?
Will you love simplicity? That was our flyer, brother. So now you think we're gonna to us, brother? Or whatever that is, man. All right, bro. All right. Well, just go, man. It's cool.
No, nigga, because I'm going to be the fuck I want to be. Yeah, I touch because it's pop for all y'all.
All right. Hey.
Like for real.
We don't, man. Just don't, brother. We don't have your cigarettes. We don't have your
This ain't no
smokes.
fucking cigarette, boy. This ain't no cigarette. And if y'all touch it, y'all motherfuckers gonna be moving. Y'all got this shit. I ain't got no fucking record. Ain't no peace, cuz. Ain't no some fucking dumbass motherfucker out here, cuz. I'm gonna work just like y'all.
Nobody called you dumb,
man,
brother.
don't try to hit me with this peace shit, cuz.
Nobody
You
called
want
you
your
dumb,
material
brother.
shit, cuz. You want your shit still right here in pieces and shit.
Nobody called you dumb, brother.
Man, cuz that's how you try to come in this.
Nobody tried to come at you.
Talk to you, now you want to talk all sweet and shit. I don't want to hear that, cuz. You try to talk to me like I was like they say Tom wants to listen to you and shit, but you been talking for hell now, dog. I ain't said shit down. Y'all listen to that bullshit and all your fucking fellow members. You hear me? I got spiritual groups and shit too. We just don't walk with no motherfucking, you know, no logos.
Listen, bro.
Nah, ain't no brother.
Nobody
motherfucker try to talk to
nothing
brother shit.
of yours. Nobody got anything. This man been here. Have anybody picked this dude stuff up?
Fuck your rello. I go get that shit. Fuck all that. It's about respect.
Well, who disrespect you? How did you get disrespect?
You told me to listen.
How did you get disrespect?
You told me to listen. That's why. You told me to listen to you, right? Talk for 5 minutes, right? They say he listened for 5 minutes. All right, that's cool. Then I'm talking to him. What you saying right now? And I'm talking to him, and now you fucking with me now. You heard? I'm not talking to you. You couldn't even hear me talking. And y'all say someone, hey, bro, listen to him, listen to him. You see I'm around y'all, and I don't give a fuck if y'all hit me, touch me right now, because I'm going to touch you. You hear me?
Okay.
You hear me without a gun?
All right.
You hear me? Yeah.
All right.
That's what I mean, man. Like, it's real. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I wanted you to listen to me. You weren't trying to do that. Then you asked me how
I did listen to you.
Man,
I did listen to you. I told you that he like, why? Because I'm not getting angry. I'm not manipulating. Actually, I'm just trying to reason with you. Man. Well, just calm down, man. All right. What are you offended in? But man, just chill then, man. Just chill. Who is y'all, man? I told my brothers to leave you alone.
Hey, quit talking in that mic, bro. Talk to me like a man, dog. Like I don't need no fucking mic. You heard, man? Just put the mic down. In the mic. Man, because
I'm talking
my murder down there.
And I ain't gonna
talk.
I ain't gonna talk to you. All right. All right. Just okay. All right.
St. Louis, man. So it's small out here. The motherfucker try to talk to y'all niggas. Y'all older niggas, y'all don't like the fuck.
Bro,
I ain't like none of these 4-part niggas.
I'm with you. Okay.
You hear me? It ain't know where you from, right?
All right.
I try to talk on the conscience, but you weren't trying to hear that shit.
Get Ezekiel chapter 3.
That's fake.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 3 at verse 7.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 7. But the house of Israel, I will not hearken unto thee.
Read it again.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
Right. So we come out here and teach our people. The Bible says that Israel ain't gonna listen to us, man. We hope some of our people listen, but the Lord said they don't listen to Him. Go ahead. You might not be, man. We understand. We understand that. So what is your right? What's your right? Okay. I'm with you.
You weren't even trying to hear that man.
I did hear that man. I did.
Y'all kept on being fucking scriptures.
Because that's what I'm out here to do.
But it ain't.
And me and this dude kept on coming on same common grounds. He will respect took the fly in low. He didn't leave because we disagreed. The man left because it was his time. He said, I got to go. Everything that he said, I agree with this brother. Huh? You see through? I'm faking. What am I faking at? What am I faking at?
The same, you know, that you hearing the physical.
Keep it moving. Well, you can't accuse you.
So I was saying, because y'all stupid shit like that in the area.
You don't want to hear
that, man. I ain't no fellow.
Because we're saying that's your problem. And they listen to you, so
about come
on.
as much as you talk.
You came back to argue. You was getting leading. You didn't need nothing. And that man is witness that you didn't need nothing. This man did not come with us. And something else.
Hey, I need something.
All right.
I got it on video. The word atheist will never come out my mouth. That's the person who don't believe in shit.
I got it on video, bro.
I believe in shit, I just don't worship
You
shit.
shook my hand.
I believe in shit, I just don't worship shit.
Where that guy is?
I don't worship shit.
Where the guy that shook my hand in peace? Where that guy is?
I don't know. Show me the video.
Show me the video.
Yeah, Delmar Lou.
You already confirmed it. That's where you medicine.
I seen y'all. I never walked up to y'all. Now, if you got that video to confirm, that's one thing. But an atheist, I don't remember that coming on my mouth. But the thing is, don't worship no man, no gods, and all that shit. Like, that's the thing, bro.
Hey, you get what? Pray. Well, not I open it, but in the spirit in the heart. I want you to take a flyer, man. And hey, man, sorry that this got interrupted. You good? You gotta leave now?
Man,
it's 3:15. We gotta go anyway. We should have stopped at 2 o'clock. We can roll up, but get his brother a flyer, man.
Take it easy, bro.
Okay, all right. So,
man, I am calm, cuz.
Matthew,
I just know wrong capable.
Chapter.
That's the thing, bro.
26.
I balance my shit. Yeah. It's the funny thing is, because a motherfucker think when you speaking, they think it always gotta be like some gunplay. And that ain't what I said I was on. That is not what I said I was on. I said, motherfucker, touch me if you go there. That's what I said.
But why would somebody talk to
about touching you. We
You say you
be
up there, you say you up there microphone, how you talking different.
I was talking the
The
same
book of
way.
Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 6.
Talking the same
Now,
way.
when Christ was in Bethany at the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he said at me. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Christ understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? But she hath brought the work upon me, for ye have poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For that shall pour this ointment on my body, she did it for my very preaching the whole world of her.
So the sister Mary, as the teacher of Christ, and set an example for all Israel not to have a broken, contrite heart and true repentance. So with that.
Shit, that was you weren't trying to hear that. I said the dead she scrolled and then you mentioned that and everything. But then I said, well, the capital in the Bible, that was so not the one I did. He said black people very, very. And I'm looking like, hold on. White people, white mother, I know actually agree on that. And I did watch documentaries on this subject. White Roman Catholic in the Bible. That's what I was trying to tell myself. It was wrong enough. I just said that's what I got it wrong a couple years ago. It was just crazy because like that's why I stay for this. You know, black man. I was telling Curtis about your Bible. I said, man, Curtis, you ain't saying how that was probably don't picking it. You know, perfect. You know, that shit. That just you probably ain't saying how I just probably saying it once. So, how that ready to see it. I came over and said, perspective and perception. Started with the two. Y'all see the you know, y'all different. That's what make us shit. I was talking I feel like y'all was trying to hear me. Every time I open my mouth, listen to him. Listen to him.
Because guess what? I kept referencing you like, yo, turn around. I kept telling you to turn around.
Because
I ain't trying to manipulate stuff.
every time I was trying to see y'all, man, I ain't on the mic. You can hear me. If y'all intention. But I was talking to him about something. He was vibing on. I don't think it was like this. They kept on coming. How fuck want me to hear it? So I'm getting fucked with you. Hear what's going on right now? I'm just conscious. And God good, bro. God good, man. Be open, bro. I'm sitting there trying to talk to this man. Okay, you know, they probably don't look like that, but doing that, no, that ain't that's disrespectful. I'm talking. God tell me, but this man talking. All right, boom. I agree. Subconscious, I agree. So constantly will be you can hear somebody talking, but you don't hear them, but you hear them, you know what I mean? I'm going to tune in what you saying. Oh, I'm telling him something too. I got a message too. It's like my shit went valid, and that's about that. Not you. This ain't try to talk. I see the fuck they coming in. We actually that man, y'all been treated to this. But motherfuckers are trying to show y'all stuff in that day. That's the big bone.
Listen to you.
That's why I try to get go and let you talk. And I talk to bro and say I'm not gonna disrespect. You know, y'all talk. You know what I say? I say,
But I kept trying to talk to you.
I just know I can't talk to y'all because I'm not for y'all.
And we'll chop it up again at another time. And the smoke all clear, and we'll be thinking from another angle, another point of view. We won't be on
I know. You good. Motherfucker, y'all probably gonna walk away, talk that shit behind my back.
There's no reason to.
I ain't stupid, man. We ain't come motherfucker.
Cause what?
Oh, you gonna
The same thing that you just said.